Alright, back again, Luke here. And as you can see in front of you, this is my Batman arcade PCB, and this is one that I put a video up on quite some time ago, and when I first got it, it had a lot of problems. You can even see here, had this kind of fandangled audio amp kind of placed on top here. The board was all kind of chopped up, had some graphic issues, and I was able to work out most of them. Still has one of the graphic chips here, which I'm going to have to reburn, go through that and try and fix it. But the biggest problem with this thing is that it will only play the background music. It doesn't play any of the sound effects. And it's a game board that is quite rare. It's hard to find parts for it. I mean, extremely hard to find parts for this. And I just kind of put it aside and was hoping that someday I might be able to find a replacement soundboard or something for this board so I could get it back up and running 100%. Luckily, with the help of John, also known as Gamester81, I was able to get this, which just came in the mail today. I just open up the box here. I think this is all. And this should play a very important role. Hopefully it will play a very important role in making that dream kind of come true here. You know, it's all this bubble wrap, which I'm sure everybody loves to watch. It's, people unwrapping stuff with one hand. Yeah. Which I won't be doing. I'll be putting this one down here, so let's put this one down, try and open this thing up here to let you guys see what's on the inside. Alright, nice view of the old board there and some bubble wrap. But this just came in today and I'm extremely stoked. Huge thanks to John for helping me pick this up, because this is extremely rare. It's beyond extremely rare. This is just, yeah, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this. So this is an exact soundboard here. Well, minus a couple of differences. There is a missing volume pot on here, and the switch to put it into test mode over here is not on this one. But basically, this is the same board, same soundboard as this one. But you'll notice that it has the amplifiers on it, has the heatsink on it, and everything else seems to be complete, although it does have different ROMs in it. Now what we're going to do here is, hopefully, if all goes well, we're going to try and swap over the chips that we need for this one, put this on here, and hopefully be able to get our sound effects and our sound back. But that's the challenge for today, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to try and get this board off here. I'm going to have to replace some of the capacitors, as you can see. This one's hit on the side. There's another couple in here, which probably not the best, but we'll try and see what we can do about getting the chips all changed out there, put this board on, and see if we can get sound effects and music from this board. So that's our goal for right now, so I'm going to get on that, and I will see you guys here in a little bit once I swap over all these ROMs, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys here shortly. Okay, so as you can see here, what I've done is I've swapped over all of the socketed ROMs, and taking a little bit of a closer inspection here to the stickers that are on here. Really faint and hard to read, but by putting two of them together, this board is from a Road Riot arcade PCB, which is using the same hardware here as this, and this here is the JSA 3 board for the soundboard. So essentially the same thing, but like I said, here's the volume knob, which wasn't added to this one, so there's no volume knob here. There's a switch here to put it into test mode, which wasn't added there as well, which is kind of interesting because this has a test mode switch here to put it in test mode. It also has another one on here, so essentially it doesn't need this one, but I'll try and swap over as many parts as I can, and then we'll see about getting this one up and running. Now, taking a look at the amps here on the sides of the heatsink, those might have to be replaced. They look a little bit rusty, but you know, all in all, we'll try and give it a shot. As soon as we replace the capacitors on here, we'll have to change them out, these radial ones, and put in some new fresh ones. Hopefully, if I have all the right ratings for them, we'll do that. But once we get that all done here, then we'll slap it back together and we'll see if anything changes. But that's the next step here, is to try and switch over the components that are soldered in. So I'll get on that and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got all of our capacitors that needed to be replaced, And I think this board's ready to go ahead and be swapped out and see what happens. There's a couple of things that I didn't change on it. One of them was this volume pot. If you look at this board here, where was the volume pot? Oh, it was here. There is a resistor that's supposed to go underneath it, and it was missing, which was allowing that volume pot to stay there. And on this board, there's a resistor there, which kind of prevents that from sitting in there. So I've removed the solder from these holes, especially up here as well for the switch. But once again, it has a test switch on the board, so I'm thinking this one, it might not need this. As well as it has internal sound settings, so you can set that in the game. You can set the level or the volume level in the game, so I don't think it needs this either. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to plug this thing in the way it is and see how it goes and see if we get any sound. And if we do get sound, then we'll just fill these holes back in here and we'll leave it at that. If we don't get any sound, then maybe we'll go over here and we'll remove these amplifiers. I do have some amplifiers that I bought as I was thinking about rebuilding this area. I never really got the chance to do so. But we'll see. We'll just try and test this out the way it is. I'll plug this in on the board and that'll be the next part. So see you guys here in a few minutes. Okay, so we've got our board back on here. We've got it all plugged in. Haven't turned this thing on yet, so I figured we could do this together here and see what happens. Now, the internal settings for the sound might be inside this board. I don't know if they're programmed through this board or they're kept through this board. One of the two boards they're in, so the sound may be loud. It may not work. I mean, who knows? But we've got it all plugged into our super gun, so we'll hit the switch here and kind of hope for the best. Might want to try and see if we can do this one more time. Check the volume here on the TV. Make sure that this is still pretty good. Yeah, it's about 10. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Flip the old switch on.
I'm Batman.
Oh, did you hear that? Said I'm Batman. Now that is awesome. So far, so good. Got a little bit of a hum going on. Kind of sounds like just a little bit of a hum. That could be from the maybe a couple more, maybe it could be the amps. But we're definitely getting much more sound here. We're getting the bass lines and everything, so. Awesome! It's got all those deep beats as well. Let's put in a couple of coins here. And start this up.
Be careful.
Yeah, it's alive. Obviously, I'm gonna have to fix the graphics ROM there. But, let's say, oh yeah, Batman is alive with sound effects. Oh, this is totally awesome. This is awesome. I thought this board was gonna, you know, take a long time to get working. Don't mind the colors. I mean, those are obviously off, but everything is working. So it really doesn't need that, let's see here, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Yeah! Whee! This is so cool. So happy. But yeah, like I said, this is a very rare board nonetheless, and it's extremely hard to find parts for it. Yeah! I'm loving it.
Make it cleaning out active chemicals.
Yep, so we're gonna have to fix that graphics ROM, but we are good to go. We have sound effects and sound. So once again, huge thanks to John, A.K.A. Gamester81 here for helping me pick this thing up. It was just kind of a you know, a rare occasion here to be searching the net and come across it, and he was able to help me out with this. But as you can hear for yourself, it's alive. So, just a little bit more work here to go, and this thing will be perfect. Have to fix the replace the, what was I gonna say? The graphics there. Graphics ROM. But, sweet. So this makes me so happy to have an almost fully complete Batman board. Like I'd mentioned before, it's very rare. Okay. Yeah, nonetheless here, just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of a look at the old Batman arcade PCB back up and working and sounding very, very nice. But that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. Actually, I should really get on this and change that ROM out right soon. I gotta figure out which one it is though. There's so many. These are all graphics, so gonna be fun trying to figure that one out. But as soon as I find that, I'll probably make another part to this video or so. But thanks again. Good Batman.
Well, it's time to retire.
Love it, love it, love it.